for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless, we will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time.
That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good. Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brantley's Virtual Tour live on a Saturday night. Yes, indeed. Glad to have all of you here. Let's get to the getting and doing what we do. This is the second episode of On Brand with Jimmy Fallon and Mimosa St. John. This is season 1, episode 2, Billboard in the Sky. So, like I said, this show comes on Tuesdays at 10/9 Central and then Fridays at 8/7 Central. So, what I decided to do was I'm going to review it the day after because I need time to breathe with the episode. And also, too, what I'm doing with each episode, I am also putting myself in the challenge with what I would have done. Okay, now, of course, this is with the vantage point of me being able to see the episode, right? So there is that. So with that being said, let's get to the gang and doing what we do. Higher is waiting, low is available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all you here. So let's get to the gang and doing what we do. So this is the second episode, right? So Bianca is big mad because she lost a challenge. I mean, do you realize what you signed up for? This is a part of the competition. You know, some people going to win, some people going to lose. But Ryan just had a better idea. You know, I mean, people are very here for nostalgia, right? So the first challenge was a Dunkin' Donuts account. And so Bianca had the Dunkin' Decides, Ryan had the Dunkin' Power Pail, and Ryan won that account. So Mimosa St. John is walking with the contestants through this airplane hangar. And there's this Southwest airplane that's flying in, but I don't think the airplane was really like flying it. I just really don't. But either way, this airplane flies in, and you know, Jimmy Fallon's coming down, you know, the steps, and he tells the contestants at ease. And so we have Whitney Ellinger, the Chief Communication Officer of Southwest Airlines. Like I said, the fact that these brands are so game to work with Jimmy Fallon and Mimosa St. John, who Beats Music, Apple Music, Netflix, PepsiCo, Uber, Apple, Uber, Apple, PepsiCo, Netflix. There you go. So the fact that she has worked for those 4 companies as the chief marketing officer, like, yeah, I'm sure that when these brands, these companies heard about this competition, right? It's Jimmy Fallon, right? He's one of the biggest personalities on the planet. But when they heard Mimosa St. John, they're like, oh, she's worked for all these people. Yes, we will apply. You know what I mean? So, but it takes both of them to do it. So basically, Southwest is launching a brand new feature called Extra Legroom. Now, most of the airlines already do this, but this is the first time that Southwest Airlines is doing this. So they are looking for a campaign that is playful and innovative, right? Oh, hang on, I almost forgot something. Almost forgot something, y'all. Give me a moment. Damn it. Give me a moment, y'all. I was supposed to do this before, but I completely forgot because I was just chillaxing here. Let me do this here. Hello. Let me do this. Copy that. And text that. Hey, one person, welcome in. We're just talking about Jimmy Fallon, on brand with Jimmy Fallon, but Mimosa St. John. Tonight's episode is Billboard in the Sky. So we're just getting into the episode here. Glad to have you here. Yes, indeed. All right, there we go. Okay. Now that I got that taken care of, let's keep going here. So like I said, Extra Legroom, new feature for Southwest Airlines. And the campaign has to be more innovative. So they have to, so the contestants have to come up with a campaign and a tagline, right? Now, in the first campaign, which was the Dunkin' account, nobody went home. And it made sense because everybody just got there, right? But at the end of this campaign, someone will go home, right? So here's the gag, right? So, like I said, we're not just going to be, having these assignments at the on-brand agencies. They will be on location for many of these campaigns, right? And so, with that being said, they had to pitch right then and there, right? So, I'm sure what ended up happening was, hey, take some time off camera, right, to figure out what you want to pitch, and then they all came back to pitch to Whitney Ellinger, the Chief Communication Officer of Southwest Airlines. So Sabrina's up first. Sabrina was struck by lightning and is alive from it. First of all, my Lord Jesus, I mean, talk about clear, you know what I mean, to have defibrillators to, or what? It's not defibrillator. What's that thing called? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. The heart plates to charge your heart. That is purposeful electricity. Lightning from Mother Nature is scary. Okay, so yes, indeed. So Sabrina's point of view on this is, remember the first time you fell in love, right? And so this campaign is all about love for Southwest Airlines and the warmth of Southwest Airlines. Because Southwest Airlines is the people's airline. And so, Sabrina's campaign was, you had me at legroom. And that's just the icing on the cake. Now, Sabrina, I thought that was very well done. Very well done, because when we talk about the first thing that attracted somebody, is that one thing that brought us in, but it was the relationship that kept us in there. So I thought that was very, very, very well done by Sabrina there. Yes, indeed. I thought that was great. And she really is the Paula White of the on-brand agency. Well, y'all, when I think of my grandchildren, I think of Southwest Airlines. Y'all are cheap. Y'all get me in and out. And listen, I get those free peanuts on the plane. It's all love, Sabrina. It really is all love. So then we have Mahari, right? And Mahari lives in Dallas, right? So for those of you who don't know, Southwest Airlines is a Dallas-based company, and they have their signature terminal called Love Field, right? And so, he travels a lot for his job. And with him, he was about knocking out, cramped legroom, right? So the superheroes of the day is Southwest Airlines, because they are attacking and defeating and handling this problem of not having extra leg room. So I really, really loved it. And then Ryan, he's having this leaf blower because Mahari put on this cape. And all I could think of was Etna. No capes. That's the first thing I thought of. And I thought that was really great. You know what I mean? Because with Southwest Airlines, they are trying to attack a problem. And sometimes when we hear problems, they're not always the most glamorous thing to talk about. So I like the fact that Mahari was very playful with the problem and showcase how Southwest was being the solution with that. I absolutely love that. So then Piper used a physical prop, right? And so Bozoma was like, what is going on here? What are we doing? And so Piper had this rose outfit on, and she was like, as a flower, we need to grow. But what happens when we grow? We need more room, right? And so, flowers outgrow their pot. And then we're all about that growth mindset where flowers were coming out of the windows. And I thought that was really clever. Like, let me tell you something. That's something I never would have thought of with Southwest. Never. Like, what does Southwest Airlines have to do with flowers? But a pot needs more room, right? Flowers need more room to grow. You need more leg room on Southwest. So, excellent job. Lauren was Lauren was about claiming your throne on Southwest Airlines, because, like I said, assigned seating, right? So, claiming your throne, claiming your seat with extra legroom on Southwest. I thought that was decent, right? But also too, when it comes to a campaign like this, right? If I'm thinking of royalty, I'm thinking of first class, right? I'm thinking first class, business class, international travel. I'm thinking that's a throne, right? I'm just looking for my seat. So it can be a discrepancy between the audience that Southwest has and then what you're trying to reach to that audience. But I liked the idea of it, right? And then Azelle says that your legs want an encore. So how everybody tries to leave the plane, your legs want an encore, which I have to tell you, that leans into Broadway vibes. Now, Azelle, for that one, I will give you this. Now, what I would did was, I want to feel like I've been changed for good by having extra leg room. And then there you go, a wicked for good, wrap around the plane of this change is for good. We're adding extra leg room for good with Southwest Airlines, right? And Wicked is a NBC Universal property, so there you go. But hey, listen, I really love the encore because it did relate to movie theaters and also Broadway. So I thought very, very well done there. With Elijah, he said you can depart a leg up and extend the leg out, right? And Elijah, I have to say, bro, like I liked the idea, but I think Azelle's had a bit more energy to hers. You know what I mean? It was just a simple leg. You didn't really transform it anyway to me. That's just me. You know what I mean? Because airplanes are visual, right? So if I see that on my phone, right, like depart a leg up and a leg out. Okay, well, why am I extending my leg for, right? But with Azelle, I'm thinking, why does my legs want to encore? I can chew on Azelle's idea a lot more than yours, Elijah. Yours, Elijah, the steam was gone soon as you said it. But with Azelle, you can make that train go for miles and miles and miles. That's what I thought of it. Now, Ryan, you a bold one, brother. You are a bold one. He took off his pants, the rip-off pants, and he said legs deserve attention, right? And I thought that was very cheeky, very risque, because everybody's like, wait a minute, are you stripping right now on primetime TV on NBC? But I really loved it because it is about extra leg room. And, with cramped leg room, nobody can see your legs. So I thought that was really, really well done. And Ryan, you got some great legs, brother. I have to tell you, you definitely did your thing on that for sure. Raj, more room, more Southwest. And this is why I put down for Raj. It's just very static. You know what I mean? When Ryan took off his pants, there was, a dynamic energy to it. With Azelle, it was dynamic. With Piper, it was dynamic. With Mahari, the superheroes, it was dynamic. With Sabrina, it was dynamic. And when I say dynamic, there was something there that I could remember that pitch, right? And with Raj, it was just very static. There was nothing to remember him by. There wasn't a stamp that let me know, like, oh, that lets me know that there's more leg room on Southwest. So wasn't here for it. Now, Bianca did something really cool. She basically took the 34 inches of leg room and used personality-driven marketing, right? So let's just say that you had some relationship problems and you need a window seat to yourself, or the guy that pumps iron and the biggest flex is like 34 inches. I really, really, really like that. Now, Bianca, I have to say, I think you can. Hey, my thoughts. Good to see you, my friend. I think Bianca can be a winner here. I think her big thing is, and it's not a slight, she's competitive, but she doesn't know how to be still in her energy of being game for it. Because she was upset when Ryan won. It was just like, you are a social media manager for a skincare line. And with skincare, that is a lot more technical than Dunkin' Donuts was. Dunkin' Donuts is, food service, right? So Dunkin' Donuts, they're bright, they're colorful. So with skincare, there's an aesthetic, right? That's to a particular audience. But when you're transitioning from a skincare brand to a brand like Dunkin' Donuts or to a brand like Southwest, you have to think bigger than that selected audience. You know what I mean? So, and welcome in everybody. There's a new show called On Brand with Jimmy Fallon and Mimosa St. John. She has been the chief marketing officer for Uber, PepsiCo, Apple, and Netflix. So, as y'all know, we cover media all the time. So when I saw the show, I was like, I don't know if I'm really gonna review it, but this show I'm so excited for because I'm a media nerd. Okay, I'm a media nerd. So what I decided is I'm going every single episode, and I am putting myself in the episode by telling you what I would have done in each episode with the account. Okay, so right now where we are is we're with Bianca, and like I said, there's nothing wrong being competitive, but I think sometimes when Bianca feels like she's not doing enough, she will just throw anything to the wall to see if it sticks, and when you do that, you will mentally tap out. Whenever you're trying to reach an audience, you need to be still to understand what that audience needs in the space of what you're trying to give them, right? And I'm going to give you my idea here in just a minute, what I would have done if I was in this competition. But I really love the personality-driven marketing there. With BT, brother, you are big, you are bold, you remind me a lot of me. But at least with me, brother, I am refined in my process, brother. So he brought out this, fur coat. He had this fur coat on, this WWE belt, and he was like, big pitch energy, this, that, and the third. And, it was a lot of theatrics, but not a lot of grit. It wasn't, how can I put this? BT gives Dr. Seuss book energy. Okay, he doesn't give James Patterson energy. What do I mean by that? Dr. Seuss books are great for kids because they are simplistic. They are very colorful, and you remember it. But James Patterson is a brother that digs in deep. And I think that was BT's problem. And I'll say this is the first season of the show, so nobody really knew how the show was going to go. But when you're talking to brands like Southwest Airlines and Dunkin' Donuts, okay, yes, they have a big personality on social media. But when you're trying to, create a message, right? You can't be big in creating a message, because when you're creating a message, it has to be very specific in terms of meeting the purpose of what you're trying to communicate to your audience. So I think, listen, if BT, gets it, I'll put it like this, BT, if they're looking for a host of, I'm trying to think of something for BT because it's got to be, oh, you know what? There was a show called Nashville Showdown on CMT on Paramount. Let me tell you something. You could host Nashville Showdown. It was a country singing competition. You would be great at that. But for on-brand agency, you're more about the theatrics than the process, right? So that's just me, the outsider looking in, right? So what I would have done, BT, is listen. When people are getting on planes for business, the energy of how they are going to attack the day depends on the room that they have. So at Southwest, we're about that big pitch energy. By extending leg room, you have more room to relax. You have more room for your laptop. I would have leaned in to how that big pitch energy would have helped out Southwest customers. You weren't off with your idea. You just wasn't on point with your idea. That's what I would say for BT. Now, I know what you're thinking. Bray, what would you would have done? Well, I'm so glad you asked. I really am. I'm so glad you asked. So I was really racking my brain about this, and I'm like, you gotta relate to 2025. What does everybody have in 2025? You have a fuck. What is the one essential thing that every phone has? Storage. You got your 50 gig, your 156 gig, your 200 gig, your 500 gig, your 1 terabyte, right? But you see how there are options for your storage, right? Right? Okay, follow me. So this is why I would have done. If your phone can have more storage, why not? Why not you? Update your legroom with Southwest. Huh? Come on. Because think about all the apps on your phone, and think about how you have to update your apps on your phone. Each app has a certain amount of gigabytes, right, that take up storage. So when you want more storage, you can get an SD card for that phone. And if you want more room, you should be able to upgrade your leg room. Come on. You know what? Listen, I'll do it for me. I'll do it for me. Yeah, I'll do it for me. So, and of course, you know, you got to think of the wrap, right? So y'all remember Verizon Wireless, Can You Hear Me Now, right? So on the front of the plane, it would say, do you have room now? And then it would be like the loading bar at the bottom. And then what we would do is we would go through, we would have, you know, the seats, right? Hang on, I'm frozen right now. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm back. So it would be a loading bar at the bottom of the windows, right? But then on the other side of those windows, we would count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it would be like a huge check mark at that fourth window. And then on the other side of that would be more leg room now loaded with Southwest Airlines. That would be my airplane wrap. Listen. Jimmy season 2 is you and me. But most of St. John, me and you is season 2. Okay? It's going to be season 2. Braylon Lee on NBC. I'm just saying. So, with that being said, now, the first time with the show, the first episode, it was with 2 contestants who won. But now we have 3 people who won. So, Ryan won the first one, right? The biggest thing from Southwest was it needs to be inclusive of all legs, right? So that was that there. Mahari, you know, with him, they really liked the superhero thing, right? But they wanted to see how he would attack that idea even more and expand that idea through execution. I think that's the biggest thing from Southwest there. And then with Bianca, right, is how do you do personality driven on a single plane? Because she had 3 different, you know, ads, right, for that. So with that being said, if you're on the winning team, you are safe from elimination. But if you're on the losing team, then you and all the people on your team are up for elimination, okay? So Mahari, you know, he wants the plane to be wrapped up like a comic book. And he has, you know, the allegiance of real people. That's what he has. So what he did was he got models to showcase, you know, different costumes or different outfits of everyday people doing different jobs, right? So that was his mindset there. With Bianca, she wanted to make her airplane like a rocket ship. And I was confused because we're talking about extra leg room, right? We're talking about that. And so Elijah and Azel is like, some people might think you're actually talking about actual space because it was going to be a rocket and there was going to be Elijah and Azel on like the front part of the plane. And I was like, I don't know about that. Because people are very short-minded, right? So if they see that plane, they can be like, wait, is Southwest going to space? Because most people, they want it quick, fast, in a hurry where they can understand it, consume it, and enjoy it, right? Like a microwave, you know, dinner or fast food. So literally, Jimmy and Bamosa check in, and that Bamosa said that if customers are taking extra steps, then your idea is dead on arrival. And I absolutely agree agreed with that, right? For example, with my idea, right, of now loading extra leg room, right? Imagine, right, for example, I think T-Mobile just did something with Southwest Airlines. Imagine hey, if you're a T-Mobile customer, not only do you get extra leg room, but we're also going to give away 10 all expense paid trips for however many days. So let's just say, for example, you had a 4-day vacation, right? Well, guess what? We're extending your vacation, like we're extending legroom on Southwest. So instead of 4 days, now you got 5, 6, 7. We're going to add an extra 3 days. We're going to extend your vacation like we're extending legroom. So that's how you have to be as a marketer. What's the inch that's not being talked about, and how do you make that a mile, right? So I really, really liked that. And Billboard's saying her confession, she gives her expertise in confession. So she was like, normally in marketing, you put as much as you can on the paper, right, when you're pitching. But for a airplane wrap, you need to keep it minimal because it has to catch them immediately. They don't have a lot of time to understand your message. So keep it clean, keep it simplistic, but keep it inviting. And so so one of the funniest things was when Mahari was doing his photo shoot, BT had his I thought this was very cute though. BT had his toenails painted pink because he did a daddy-daughter date before the show. I always love a good and Raj, played into the, casual professional type of person, and then Jimmy used the leaf blower to like give wind and stuff like that. But let me just ask Jimmy something. Y'all couldn't get like one of those Beyonce fans and just like control the speed? I'm just asking, why leaf blower though? Like, this is primetime TV on NBC. Like, NBC ain't got it like that. I'm just saying, you got Duncan, got Southwest Airlines. Like, what else you got? You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there, right? So then there's 2 minutes left in this challenge. So then they are going to image map it, right? The plane. And then, Ryan's plane said, we got yours reserved. And so there were like 12 different legs under 12 different windows. And Southwest really liked it because of the diversity of it. And, Ryan said that, not only is it relatable and not only does it relate to your assignment of what you're trying to tell people, but it could be potential celebrity collaborations. And then Jimmy put out his like, yes, it can. Yes, it can. And it's just like, Jimmy, no one wants to see your legs. Now, Jill Scott's legs on a plane, yes. But I'd just rather have her legs in my face. But that's neither here nor there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just roll on. Okay, that's just a whole nother. That's another show. But anyway, very well done. It does have comedic timing. Yes, he does, because he's a comedian. With Mahari, he has his comic book airplane rap, and he has the different people and how those superheroes need extra leg room to breathe after they conquered the day. And the cool thing with Mahari's campaign was that when people see the plane, they can do their hashtag Southwest post and post it on social media. But also, too, Mahari had a very inspirational story about how he took a flight from Dallas to New York City with $20 in his pocket and went after a dream. And because of that, now he's designing a plane for Southwest Airlines, which very well done, relating your story to Southwest, and also to recognizing the magnitude of like from $20 to NBC. Like, brother, you're doing things, okay? You're doing great things for sure. So I thought that was a great storytelling there. And then Bianca, You pulled this off. I'm gonna give it to you. You were on thin ice there for a little bit, but you pulled it off. So Bianca said, we got the space. Wherever you're traveling to in the country, we got the space with extra leg room, right? But Moses St. John was a little confused because she loved the personality-driven marketing, but Bianca was smart and said, listen, I liked it too, but for an airplane wrap, we need to keep it more concise. And the chief communication officer, Whitney Elcher, said she liked that too because it did play into the brand, was more simplistic. So 3 great pitches. And so, Ryan says that ours is showcasing the diversity of legs. And one of the key points that Whitney said was, we're not doing leg room on every part of the plane in every seat. And so, Ryan said that we only did a particular part of the plane, right? So Ryan, I think he has what it takes to win this competition. I know it's only episode 2, okay, but we're just talking. Okay, this is the second episode, so I can only go off of what we got. And then, Mahari, and in this part right here, they are basically telling why their idea is the best, but also challenging everybody else's story. So, Mahari says that, we're about getting people to our destination safely. Basically trying to poke a hole in Ryan's argument of, with extra leg room, you can't really, have legs out the window and stuff. But that was a storytelling device, which, Mahari, I got what you were trying to do, but bruh, I think Ryan cares about people's legs, bro. I get your point if you're trying to win it, but bruh, creatively, if this was a creative task, right? Ryan would have won because the diversity of legs, and looked like each window was a different person. So let's just say if the window had a face on it, right? He got the assignment. We got your legs covered with extra leg room. Yes, indeed. So I thought that was great. And then, with Bianca, she said the legs are cute, but they don't communicate anything. Bianca, more people will understand Ryan's before yours because we got space. Okay, unless they know about the extra leg room, they will have to look up your plane, right? And that is one thing that she said was when people see that, they're going to go with their phones and look up are they going to space? But if people got to look up to understand what you're trying to convey, they lost them, right? And then superheroes don't communicate about the leg room, which I disagree, right? Because every hero, right, needs comfort. And I think that's what Mahari was trying to do with his campaign, was let everybody know that, hey, listen, if you're a hero and you have had a hard day and you're about to take a flight somewhere, Southwest Airlines is it. So out of all of them, now I thought Ryan was going to win. I sincerely thought this was going to be Ryan's second win, but Mahari wins. And so Raj is safe, but for Raj, Jimmy Fallon says we need you to step it up, and Moses St. John said we need you to focus. And so Ryan and Bianca lost. And so because Ryan and Bianca lost, everybody on their team is up for elimination. And so BT is going home. And I hurt for BT, man, because he was really, most of the time, whenever you get eliminated, it is what it should get eliminated. But, BT really felt sad. It was a huge opportunity for him. He wanted to prove himself more. And, when he was going to shake Jimmy's hand, Jimmy was like, I need a hug, man. But Moses St. John, I've never met that black sister, but she seems like a SISTA for real. And the hug that she gave BT, I think it was for a couple of minutes. She really understands that these contestants, they're not famous, but they have the energy to want to give something. And I think she's a very kinetic energy type of person. So that hurt my heart. And BT took it on the chin. It wasn't personal, it was business. And then we see 3 months later, the plane is actually wrapped and then it takes off in the sky. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is On Board with Jimmy Fallon, but most of St. John, season 1, episode 2, Billboard in the Sky. Like I said, I'm gonna be reviewing every episode. Like I said, I think I'm the only one right now actually reviewing the show. I really didn't see anybody else actually like reviewing it, which honestly to me, that's totally fine. Because what that ends up doing is that allows me to be able to stomp the yard, right, with this show. So when season 2 comes around, then more people will, come over my way, right? So yes, Indy, I thought that was really, really cool. And so good stuff. Like I said, I hope I reviewed everything. I hope I made it fun. I hope I made it exciting. Like I said, I love this show for the fact I'm going to be able to break down what I saw, the good, the bad, the indifferent from my media point of view. And like I said, I'm jumping in every episode with the same account of what I would have done. So I actually paused the episode, was like, what would I actually do? Because I hold myself to the same standard as the episode. So whatever the guidelines or the challenge is, I have those guidelines for myself. So yes, indeed. So we're going to take a little commercial break here. We'll be back with more Brainley's Virtual Tour live right after this. We are live on tour. Like, I'm sure, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward,
with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination and experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and mirrors commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Introducing the greatest escape in the Caribbean, the island you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Great Life on Great Stirrup Cay. This is the greatest pool you've ever seen life, 28,000 square feet of it, and the epic water park life. It's where you can truly experience the whoa life and the floating through paradise life. It's time to escape to a mind-blowing, sky-high tower of water slides and the Here We Go life. Escape to the One More Please Wherever You Please life and kick it into high gear. Escape to where you can kick back and relax. The great life is waiting. Escape to the incredible new Great Stirrup Cay, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you, more than most. You see, It's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers, the one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
I'm loving it.
Y'all right back. Welcome back into Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all you here. Y'all, that is the show. Want to come on and give y'all this review. I'm going to be reviewing every episode. So Wednesdays and Saturdays, I'm going to be doing that. And like I said, all the way up to whoever wins this thing. Like I said, they will be named the Innovator of the Year. They'll win $100,000. And they'll get a feature in ad week. So, and hopefully there's a season 2. And there's a season 2. Best believe I will be applying, okay? Because I'm debating on going on reality TV, but also too, you gotta be ready when you go on, because once you go on, that privacy is no longer yours. You know what I mean? But I feel like for that type of competition, I'm game for it. So, yes, indeed, there. So, yeah. Good stuff. So, yes, indeed. So, yep, we're just chillaxing here. Glad to have y'all here. Like I said, I'm gonna be up here with y'all for the full-fledged hour until we can get there and make it do what it do. So. But yes, indeed. So, my Lord. So, but yes, indeed. But yep, we're just chillaxing, everybody. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me. Yes, indeed. Shout out to My Thoughts for being here. Like I said, this is a new show. This is only the second episode. I think they're going to have 10 episodes right now. We don't know if they're going to do a live finale or not. That would be huge. But yeah, I'm excited about this. And Jimmy Fallon did talk about for season 2, send it to P.O. Box. Now, Jimmy, it's been a while since I wrote a letter. Okay. But please let it be a season 2, and I will definitely come on. You know what I mean? So yes, indeed. So yep. So yes, indeed. So good stuff. So yep, we're just chillaxing. Glad to have you here. And like I said, the next episode will be on Tuesday. And I think Real Housewives of Potomac is supposed to come back as well. When is that? RHOP, Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, let's see here. supposed to be coming back on Sunday, I believe. Yes, Sunday, October 5th. Okay, so yep, we'll be back. We'll be back Monday with Potomac episodes, okay? So, yes, indeed. So, please be ready for that. It will be a very, 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 very good time. So, we have Potomac on Mondays, Wednesdays on Brand with Jimmy Fallon, and then Saturdays on Brand with Jimmy Fallon. So, we got all that. And then, of course, oh my God, actually, this Saturday, actually, well, not next Saturday, rather. Next Saturday, you guys get not one, but two after shows, actually. You'll be getting On Brand with Jimmy Fallon, and then you'll be getting the Braxtons as well. So we got 3 shows we're watching as we make it do what it do. So more content to come on this channel as always, because in the words of Anonymous T,
because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
One more time for the one more time.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
That's what I thought. By the way, y'all, 76 views on the first episode of this show. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to be using the same hashtags from every episode except for the client. So last week I used Dunkin' Donuts, had the hashtag for Dunkin' Donuts. This week is Southwest Airlines. So I'm going to be using every brand in every description box. That way you can follow along. Like I said, really do love the show. I think it's fresh. I think it's different. I think, On Brand Agency could have been a little bit more creative with the title. Just saying. But, listen, I do think this could be a multi-season hit. And you notice how for most of the contestants, there really wasn't any content creators on there, right? We got, Ryan, who's a small business owner, but we don't have somebody who's a content creator, right? So, like I said, season 2, Braylon Lee on NBC, just saying, so. But yes, indeed, so. But yes, indeed. So all good there, all good. Almost there to one full-fledged hour there. Hey to the 3 people here. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. We talked about On Brand with Jimmy Fallon, Bomosa St. John. This week's client was Southwest Airlines. The first client was Dunkin' Donuts. So each week it will be a different company coming to the On Brand agency to solve a problem. So this week it was extra leg room and trying to get out the fact that Dunkin' Donuts has a breakfast. So there is that. There's all that happened within this week. Next week will be 2 new episodes. So let me see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So actually we'll be done by Halloween with this show. So it's going to be one and done in this month. So we shall see. And then, of course, just waiting for season 2. And if any of the contestants want to come on here, I'll gladly interview you. Would love to hear from you about your experience. I'm guessing the right person, from the show will see this review. Because we had Dr. Ariel from Bronze Court on the show. And then, of course, we had Ro from Hard Hustle Houston, which I still gotta get that interview together, right? So yes, indeed. So good stuff. So yes, indeed. So yes, indeed. Good stuff here. And one full-fledged hour. I'm gonna turn off my camera now because we done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff here. Yes, indeed. So yes, indeed, y'all. We're just chillaxing. Oh, man. Indeed. Glad to have y'all here. Excuse me. Excuse me, Joe. So yeah, Sunday I will be off. You know what I mean? Oh wait, man, we got. Yes, hey, my friend. Hey, good to see you. Yes, Mimosa St. John from Real Housewives is on the show. That mean girl to herself up. Oh my God. Yes, Mimosa St. John from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is on the show. As y'all know, I have a media mind. So what I am doing with this show is I am reviewing each episode and telling you what I would have done. So for the first episode, what I would have said was, you know, I think for the first episode, I talked about how it was a how you score depends on how you dunk. Dunk in the win at Dunkin' Donuts, right? That was my, campaign. And then, dunk in the win at Dunkin' Donuts. And then the rap would have been featuring a NBA basketball player and a quarterback, how they dunk into to winning in life. With this account with Southwest Airlines, what I said I would do is, if your phone can have more storage, why not you update your legroom with Southwest? And so the plane would have on one side of the plane, do you have room now? And then it would be like loading bars at the bottom of the windows. And then on the other side, extra leg room now loaded with Southwest Airlines. Yes, I gotta tap in with y'all. I've just been resting over here, but I will tap in with y'all because it has been a minute since we have utilized AI to have a conversation on theme park stuff. So I still gotta do that Stardust Racer story. It's been so much happening with that. I have been in the background watching everything with that story. So yes, indeed. So yes, indeed. Oh, good stuff. So yeah, I do think for season 2 I may apply because I think I could have won this competition. I mean, of course, yes, rest is very, very important. Friday I did like a 7-hour live stream about the Diddy verge. You know what I mean? So I was done. I was live from 10 a.m. Friday to 7 p.m. Friday. We covered everything leading up to the verdict of P. Diddy. So I was officially tired. And even though I was tired for that, I said, nope, we're going to do this on brand with Jimmy Fallon thing. Yeah. Friday, I was busy. That was the only stream I did on Friday. The only stream I did. And like I said, coming up here for us, Monday, Real Housewives of Potomac. So we'll be talking about that. And you had it with Tamar Braxton. Oh, yeah. Kim, I was on Kim Power's show and talking about that. That was fun to be on Kim Power's show. That was a lot of fun. For sure. So with that being said, Monday will be Real Housewives of Potomac. Then Wednesday, On Brand with Jimmy Fallon. Then Saturday, On Brand with Jimmy Fallon and the Braxtons. So 3 shows we are watching over here. Like I said, On Brand with Jimmy Fallon's only 2 episodes that you've missed out on so far. And like I said, every episode, I'm going to be diving into the episode myself with what I would have done in the episode. So, yes, indeed. So, yeah, good stuff. And listen, who knows who's listening to this show? You know what I mean? Because, like I said, we had Dr. Ariel from Bravo's King's Court, and then we had Ro from Heart and Hustle Houston. She's been listening to our review. So maybe one of the contestants might, listen into the review, or maybe, this might get some traction. And no, it's always good to see my friend. Love you as always. We've been working over here. We've been working. But like I said, maybe somebody from NBC might see, like, there's this one content creator on YouTube reviewing our show, and he's actually pretty good at what he does, and how he's calling stripes and solids on the show. Maybe we can have him come on the Tonight Show and talk about, like, what he liked about the show, what he didn't like about the show. Now, if I meet Bamosa St. John, okay, on the Tonight Show, I'm just going to freak out. Just be like, hang on, wait. Is this my invite for season 2? Is this what it is? My review shows were so good. I'm on season 2. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, we got to let the season play out. But yes, indeed. But yes, indeed. So good stuff. I cannot believe the year is almost over with. So it's kind of crazy. So yes, indeed. So, but yeah. And then, like I said, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but let me take this banner down, and then let me take this comment down, because I wanted to show y'all this as well here. Yours truly is a finalist for the Black Ambition Prize competition with Pharrell Williams. Yes, indeed, we are. So very, very excited about that. So I'll be hearing from them in the next couple of days to see if we make it to the top 20. I pitched the YouTube channel as a potential media company and a brand, and somehow the Black Ambition team over there with Pharrell saw something in me, and we are a finalist for that as well. So very excited about that. So a lot of good stuff happening over here, and I'm very, 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 very proud. So yes, indeed. So all good stuff over here. So very, very excited about that. So yeah. As we get closer to 900,000 total views, I feel like, honestly, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So of course, we will be reviewing, the shows that you guys are watching. We will be covering, Lati Dati and everybody in the words of Tea Talk with your girl and everything else in the culture. But really, we're just going to pound the pavement even harder. You know what I mean? And inch by inch, everything is a cinch, right? So the race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but to those who can endure it. And, authenticity is the one thing that does not change from platform to platform. Either you are authentic or you are not. So yes, indeed. So So yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So yep, we are here just chillaxing here. Like I said, I'll probably take this up probably to maybe what 1 hour and 17 minutes. But yeah, I definitely wanted to give this definitely give this show some love for sure. And like I said, it's very brave for anybody to put themselves out there, to want to go for more in life. And definitely wanted to just showcase this show because there's not really a lot of competitions out there for people who want to be in media. And whoever wins this, just know, just to give y'all just some free game. I'm not telling y'all what to do, but take this inch and make it a mile. You better go on the Breakfast Club and say you're the winner of the On Brand Agency. You better go on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, Ricky Smiley Morning Show, Jennifer Hudson Show. Of course, go on the Tonight Show. Of course, go on the Today Show. Like, take this inch and make it a mile. Because, like I said, you'll be the Innovator of the Year, $100,000 in a feature ad week. Yes. Yes. Stomp the pavement. All right. Stomp the pavement. If you win with this show, but also too, as we know, sometimes as well, really most of the time, really, just because you win a show doesn't mean that you won the show. It means you won the opportunity to be the best known from the show, right? Because sometimes the biggest winners are the ones that actually don't win the show. It's how they stomp the pavement. You know what I mean? So. But yes, indeed. So, all good stuff. All good stuff. All good stuff. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yes, indeed. So, yep, we're just chillaxing. Hey, two people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We're just chillaxing. Glad to have you here. We're talking about On Brand with Jimmy Fallon and Mimosa St. John. This episode was Southwest Airlines. So the winner, Mahari, got his idea wrapped around a Southwest airline plane, and that plane got to fly around the country for a limited time. So that was really, really cool. It's all part of Southwest Airlines campaign of letting people know that they got more leg room. Ryan won the first one with letting people know that Dunkin' Donuts is good for breakfast as well. They're known for the coffees, but they're known for their breakfast as well. So yes, indeed. So yep. So yes, indeed, y'all. So yep. Hey, two people, welcome in. We're just chillaxing, talking about On Brand with Jimmy Fallon and Mimosa St. John, season 1, episode 2, Billboard in the Sky. Yes, indeed. So So yeah, we'll be reviewing the show all the way up to the finale, and whoever wins it is going to win $100,000. They will also be the Innovator of the Year, and they'll get a feature in Ad Week. So, like I said, of course, I think the money has, and like I said, they already taped this, right? So the winner cannot say that they've won until the finale airs, right? So imagine, they probably filmed this, last year, right? So imagine you filmed it already, you're the winner, and you got to wait for $100,000 to get into your bank account. But after taxes, you're probably walking away with maybe $50,000 or something, because you got to take taxes out. But the social capital that you'll get from the show, you'll get that other $50,000 back easily. You know what I mean? And hopefully it'll be a new season every season. And then listen, maybe it might be the on-brand agency all-star season where, they bring back, the top 10, contestants of that season, or they might do 5 contestants that never got the chance to get to the finale, and then 5 champions from, the different seasons, and then there you go. So this could definitely, turn out some new stars, you know what I mean? So yes, indeed. Yep. Hey, 2 people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We are just chillaxing. Glad to have all of you here. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. No. Yes, indeed. Man. But yes, indeed. Like I said, if y'all got anything y'all want to say within reason, please feel free to drop it in the chat. Would love to hear what you all have to say on this episode, or if you saw the first episode, let me know what you think, how you feeling, how you moving on it, so. So yes, indeed. Oh man. I really am hoping that the Never Ever Mets from the since we're talking about reality shows and everything, y'all. Hopefully the Never Ever Mets will be coming up for season 2. Hopefully that will be happening soon, because I am so ready for the Never Ever Mets on its own, man. That was such a good damn show, and I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. See the new singles that have never ever met in real life before. If you've missed any of the Never Ever Mets, I reviewed season 1 here, and then of course season 2 I reviewed here as well. So yeah, then me and GG9, we followed 2 Sugars 1 Shot as well. Talked about that. That was a good time. So yep. So always something cooking on this channel. So Excuse me. Sorry. But yes, indeed, y'all. So yep, just chillaxing. I'll give y'all the daily motivator here in just a little bit, and then we'll head on out. But yes, indeed. So excuse me. Yes, indeed. I'm guessing y'all two people had a long day too, huh? Y'all just chillaxing with me. I appreciate y'all being here. Yes, indeed. So yeah. Like I said, I've been watching Hell's Kitchen on Tubi, so I'm on season 3 right now. So it's really interesting to see like the evolution of Hell's Kitchen. Like it really is. Like it's the same premise, new contestants, same challenges, kind of variations on it, but yeah, you know, Fox they found their they found their show. You know, I mean, they got what they got? They got like Gordon Ramsay, 24 Hours to Hell and Back. They got Master Chef, and then they got like a Secret Service agent one. You know, when Gordon goes in secret and all that stuff. Like Fox and Chef Gordon Ramsay, they make buckets of money together. I mean, buckets. My Lord Jesus. And like I said too, I mean, to be real with you, like for the fact that cooking has gone to network television, it has been on network television for like 23 years now, because there's a new season of Hell's Kitchen on now. Sincerely, just amazing television. Just amazing television. So All right, y'all. It is 1 hour, 25 minutes. Let me get the Daily Motivator up here, and then we'll head on out. Daily Motivator time. Daily Motivator time. Daily Motivator time. Excuse me. Here we go, y'all. Not bored. No bird soars too high if he soars with his own wings. William Blake. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Saturday, October 4th, 2025. Saying yes. Say no when it's called for. That enables you to say yes when you can. When you say no or yes, let it be an honest answer. Both you and the person asking deserve no less. And when you do say yes, always follow through. Even though you may at times regret the commitment, you'll produce great benefit by honoring it. Say yes, not just when it's convenient, but when it's the right thing to do. Say yes when you know that there's value to be created. Then set about to make it happen. Do the good work necessary to make a difference. Like every valuable opportunity, saying yes will challenge you. Fortunately, you have what it takes to deliver, Ralph Wilson. You know, I would have to agree with this. You know what I mean? I very, very, very much make sure that whenever I go after things in life, if I'm going to say yes to something, I always do my research. Always do your research before you say yes. Always. And that should be for anything and everything. So that's the first thing I would say in terms of say yes. Do your research first before you say yes. The second thing is when you say no, just know it's okay to say no. I think a lot of times in life, we think that if we say no, we are missing out. But here's the thing. If you say yes to everything, you will get burned out. This past Thursday, actually Thursday and Monday, I was just done. You know, Thursday, I was like, nope, you've been hustling with the Jimmy Kimmel story, and then you were sick Monday, and just rest on Thursday, Bray. Rest. And then Monday, I was like, nope. I am sick. I cannot give y'all 6 p.m. show. But then also, too, you know, with my job that I have, you know, there are days where I'm just like, I need a moment. You know what I mean? Recognize that when you say no, you are saying yes to treating yourself with respect, right? And finally, the third thing is, fortunately, you have what it takes to deliver it. You always have what it takes to make your own dreams come true. You always have what it takes to deliver your own dreams coming true. You always have what it takes to make your dreams come true. And like I said, you don't need the biggest megaphone for people to hear your voice. You just have to utilize your voice and be about your business, right? So with that being said, everybody, it is time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you will always want a blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Well, that's one thing to call yourself, is another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you, time with me, and hopefully by spending time together, we're awesome, great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you are just showcasing that, hey, listen. Just because you have a big idea doesn't mean that it doesn't need a process to see it through. Make sure the replay is not just where you watch it, not just where you listen to it, but if you want to experience it again. I love you. I value. I embrace you all. Always remember, or receive love you gotta give it, or receive love you gotta give it, or receive love you gotta give it. Whatever obstacles you've overcome, whatever successes you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, with this show, just recognize that, you know, marketing is in the eye of the beholder, right? What you think it doesn't look good may look good to somebody else. And I really am learning from the show, even though only 2 episodes of the show has aired. What I am recognizing is, hey, listen, there is a show out there for everybody. And some shows, they are a slow burn, right? Before everybody picks up on it, right? So just like with Hard Hustle Houston, now people are getting on board with reviewing the show and, this, that, and the third. But listen, real authenticity is standing on your own, not knowing if it's going to be good or not, but you can see the good in what's being produced, all right? Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings on the way. For you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.